ताकि लोगों को अपलोड कर दें। ठीक है जी, let's begin. All right, let me just cancel the waiting room. I hope there are no disturbances. That's very important. Actually, all of you can see the screen and hear me as well. Challenge, let's begin. All right, so till now को छोड़ते हैं. I'll start with the very basics. We know coordinate geometry is an extension of A-level coordinate geometry is a small extension of whatever you've done in O-levels previously. Those who've taken metric, show of hand, ताकि I can see that they are here. Show of hand means you have to raise your hand. लगा होगा वहाँ पे. If you're not here, then okay, it's all right, then hopefully. So till now we have seen distance formula, we have seen midpoint formula, and those weren't the issue. The issue has been those questions generally, but somebody who missed the very basics, distance formula is simply this thing here. You should know it. You should have it down. Midpoint formula is the average of y values and the average of x values for 2 points. Gradient formula is again very basic. Rise over run, change in y over change in x, y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Then we use the equation of a straight line, y equals mx plus c. Alternately, we used y minus y1 m, x minus x1. So if somebody who had missed the earlier classes, this y1 and has not seen y1 x1 in play, this little formula, this formula is very basic. In x1 and y1, you plug in the point through which the line passes, while x and the y remain as variables. They don't change. So if someone is looking to make an equation of a straight line, Gigi, ask your question. Zoom user, show of hand karke please ask your question and try to rename yourself according to your original names, please. That would be really nice. Chalo. If somebody has a question, please raise your hand. ठीक है, and rename yourself. मैंने अभी तुम लोगों का disable किया है unmuting, okay? If somebody has a question, please let me know. All right, so just very quickly, if we have a point 2, 4 through which a line passes and the gradient of the line is, let's say, 1 over 3, you can find the equation of the line and this becomes y minus 4, m is 1 over 3, x minus 2. What formula did I use? I used this formula over here. Y remains y, x remains x. Only the plugin is in place of the x1 and the y1 and m. Very simple. You cross multiply 3 on the other side. You end up getting 3y minus 12 equals x minus 2. If you don't cross multiply, that's all right as well. You can keep it on one side. Rearrange, bring the 12 on the other side. It becomes a plus 12. The overall answer to your equation formation becomes 3y is equal to x plus 10. Again, a quick recap. What did you do? You had a point, you had a gradient, and you wanted to find the equation of a line, and you did that. We have then also gone on to talk about parallel lines. Let's say I extend this statement. We say there's another line that passes through a point B. G, TK, Zan, I love you. Okay, so there's another line that passes through the point B, and the point B is, let's say, 1 comma 4. And the other line is parallel to this one. They can give it names, they can call it L1. While when I say they, I'm talking about Cambridge. So the statement can go a line parallel to L1 passes through B, which is 1 comma 4. Find the equation of the line. And they might call it L2. So in order to do this is very simple, I believe. So when two lines are parallel, their gradients are the same. So from L1, you use the L1's gradient. Let's say only this equation L1 was given to you. So from here, you would rearrange by dividing 3 on both sides, and you would get the gradient 1 over 3. Then you would have the point 1 comma 4, and you would repeat the steps that we talked about little while ago. X minus x1. So in place of the y1 x1, you're plugging in 4 and 1, y1 ki jagah 4, x1 ki jagah 1, and you cross multiply, simplify, you get 3y minus 12 equals x minus 1. The minus 12 goes on the other side, becomes plus 12, which makes it a plus 11. So this is your other line, which is parallel to the line L1 and pass through a different point 1 comma 4. Now a perpendicular line, the relationship between two lines that are perpendicular to each other, is a fixed relationship which keeps getting tested again and again. Perpendicular lines are such that their gradients multiply and give you -1, which means that their gradients are negative reciprocals of each other. So m2 equals -1 over m1. So if someone did not know this, should know it now. We keep on using this concept in different questions. We'll be moving to those questions from the worksheet that I've shared. So I'll be solving those. So m2 is -1 over m1. So when two lines are perpendicular to each other, this is the concept. So let's say I give a statement, a line, let's call this L1 line, y equals 2x plus 3. एक minute, there might be one of you calling. एक second. Hello. Walaikum Assalam. Why? Setting किस चीज़ की on है? Like sign in की? अच्छा, the authentication thing, what you need to do is you need to sign in. जैसा हम आम सादा sign in नहीं करते, तो you need to just sign in into your computer. That's it. Like Zoom account में sign in करना है, just like Google sign in type. You don't need an extra account or something. वो Google sign in करोगे, it will allow you. मैं जब create कर रहा था ना meeting, तो मैंने शायद वो गलती से भूल गया. I needed to uncheck that. Yeah. Abhi dekho, because mid meeting I can't change the setting. It can't change. It's like a hardwired setting. ठीक है? Check करो please. All right, I'll be waiting. Bye bye. अच्छा जी. All right, guys. So let's resume recording. अच्छा recording तो हो रही है resume. Right. So a line L1 is y is equal to 2x plus 3. I'm changing the question. A line perpendicular to the line y equals 2x plus 3 passes through 2, 4. Find the equation of this line. So that's the question. When a line is perpendicular, its gradient is negative reciprocal. So ये जो line दी हुई है, this one here, इसमें से you're able to pull out the gradient, which comes out as 2. Because of that, you're able to figure out the gradient of the perpendicular line, which is -1/2, and use that in y equals mx plus c, the general equation of a line, yeah, y minus y1 equals mx minus x1. As simple as that. So in place of y1, you're plugging in 4. In place of x1, you're plugging in 2. In place of m, you're plugging in -12. And you simply cross multiply, simplify, minus अंदर जाके मल्टीप्लाई के प्लस दे देता है. So this comes out as 2y is equal to minus x plus 10. So that's the equation of the line that is perpendicular. Easy? मेरे पीछे तो नहीं चला गया ये. Okay. Let me throw it somewhere. G. नजर आ गया guys? Any issue? No issue? Any questions till now? No questions? I can move on. Okay, so we've got small concepts. Perpendicular line banana aa gaya. Everybody got through that. We have to know the steps involved for creating a perpendicular bisector. G. Okay, Abdul Moiz Khan. Concepts jo hain, they are the basic ones, nothing new. I've just gone through, I've recorded the whatever we've gone through. I've just gone through formulas, mentioned them, distance, midpoint, gradient, just formed an equation of a line passing through a point with a known gradient, and then formed an equation of a line parallel to a given line passing through a point, and then we've gone on to then find the equation of a line perpendicular to a given line passing through a point. Now we are going to talk about the theory for perpendicular bisectors. So a perpendicular bisector, a lot of you are already aware of this, bisects, that is divides, splits a line or a segment. A segment is a part of a line into two equal parts. So AB is a segment, it's like part of a line. It's broken into two equal parts perpendicularly with what we call a line bisector or a perpendicular bisector. This is what a perpendicular bisector is. It splits them apart, so it always passes through the middle of the two. It always carries a gradient which is negative reciprocal of the line AB. That's what the whole theory is. All you have to do is simply do one thing, get the midpoint through which it passes, also get the gradient AB, through that get the gradient of the bisector. Because of that, you're getting gradient of bisector. And all you're doing next is applying the concept, the formula for the equation of a straight line. Like this is it. Every time this is what you do. 2 comma 4, B is let's say 6 comma 10. So the first step, if we use the midpoint, the first step is 2 plus 6 over 2 comma 4 plus 10 over 2. So simply this is 4 comma 7. Gradient is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. This comes out as 6 over 4, which is 3 over 2. So that's the gradient of AB. So the gradient of the perpendicular to AB is flip that, negative reciprocal karo, so it becomes minus 2 by 3. G Maz. Any questions till now? Then you simply put y minus y1, m which is minus 2 by 3, x minus x1. Midpoint aapne plug, where's the midpoint? 4 comma 7. So the y value is 7 and the x value was 4. So you plugged in this in place of the x and the y, x1 and the y1. Agar aapne, if somebody does not plug in the midpoint and ends up plugging in A, they actually end up getting an equation of a line which is perpendicular to AB but passing through A. Isi tarah if they plug in B, that's where they get. Yes, for the no, Mars, not those. There's not a revision class. Puri is like from the basics. So it's not the immediate stuff that we've done in some schools. So all of you are from different schools right now, the ones who wanted extra classes, like an extra help. मैं बिल्कुल kind of zero से start कर रहा हूँ. This is going to be inshallah series which is going to continue for the next few days, so that anybody and everybody who needs help gets it. So 3y equals minus 2x plus 21 plus 8 is 29. So that's your equation of the line bisector. Now a little extra. There are many points on the line bisector. All these points are of equal distance from A and B. All of these points are equidistant from A and B. You keep changing. If you want to find out whether a point lies on a line, चलो ये थोड़ा सा digress कर जाएगा, so I won't digress. So line bisector recap, 2 points. You find the midpoint, you find the gradient, you find the negative reciprocal of the gradient, you do y equals mx plus c, you get the equation of line bisector. The million gazillion points on a line bisector, they're all equidistant from A and B. ठीक है, यहाँ तक I hope it's clear. Then let's go to the exercise questions from the very basics, जहाँ पे हमने start किया था in schools. Okay, so here we have question number, the first question. Question number 4, the midpoint of the line A and B is, although it's such a basic thing, lekin I would want you guys to notice one little thing. In order for the midpoint I can do p plus 6 over 2, add the x values, divide them by 2. I can put a comma. This is because this is what we usually do. Minus 2 plus minus 8. Well, if you're putting a plus ke saath minus, it's nice to put a comma. Now, this is one style. Guys, I don't want you to just stick to this style, okay? Change your style, please. So what's the change? So p plus minus 6 over 2 is equal to 1. Therefore, 2 multiplies on the other side. P is equal to 2 minus 6. So the p's value comes out as a negative 4. तो आपने separate equations बनाई हैं. You have formed separate equations. Alright, that's perfectly fine. It's not the same style of solution that you're used to in O levels. So Q की value comes out as minus 5. ठीक हो गया? So we ended up getting P की value as negative 4, Q की value as negative 5. This one wasn't that bad. ठीक है? I can hide this, maybe? Do you guys need it? I don't think nobody needs it. Then the second one, 7. ABC is a right angle triangle with AB perpendicular to BC. So guys, if you have trouble imagining this, then thoda sa masla hai. ABC is a right angle triangle where AB is perpendicular to BC. This allows me to make a 90-degree angle at B because AB is perpendicular to BC. So this is where the 90 exists. That should allow you to realize that the gradient of AB, because the lines that are perpendicular, their gradients multiply to give you minus 1. So the gradient of AB, A yera, B yera. So you find those out, those multiply to give you minus 1. So you find out gradient of AB, which is y2 minus y1. अगर आप इसको y2 ले रहे हो, ये y1 है, तो ये x2 होगा और ये x1 होगा. So you have to not mess up the sequence. Minus 5 minus 0 divided by x minus 5 makes it plus 5. So somebody who doesn't like putting brackets is in for some trouble. Fazul mein question galat ho jayega. We don't want doing that. So you please put brackets wherever you can. So AB's gradient comes out as minus 5 divided by x plus 5. Please keep a sharp eye. I have had 8 classes today and very less coffee. So ho sakta hai I might be making some mistakes. So please be ready for catching my mistakes. BC. C is y2. So I'm using minus 2 as y2. Minus 2 minus 5. Did I make a mistake or not? 3 minus x. Can somebody spot my mistake? Yes, you can. What's my mistake? Angie? Yes, I have a message. Moiz, thank you. Moiz, where? Abdul Moiz Khan Yazi, where? This is a plus 5. Is it? Yes, Mohammad Ali, you got my mistake. Minus 2 minus minus makes it plus 5. Guys, जो लोग बिल्कुल सो रहे हैं मत सो भाई. Important है. Minus 2 minus minus 5 made this a plus 5. Okay? No mistakes, please. So this comes out as 3 divided by 3 minus x. So you have your gradients out and you'll just simply multiply them. So you'll say minus 5 over x plus 5 times 3 over 3 minus x equals a minus 1. It would be very nice if you are able to cancel these minuses out. If you are not able to cancel them out, that's okay. Eventually you will be able to. Abhi nahi kar sakte ho to it's okay. Now maybe, agar abhi bhi nahi, then that's still fine. So you're cross multiplying on the other side, x plus 5 times 3 minus x. Dekho, if you don't cancel the minus out right now, then you're just going to cause issues. The minus will cause issues for you and you will cause issues for me. Let's not do that. Let's cancel the minus out. So yeah, I get 15 equals, then you just use the FOIL method and simply multiply this out. Open it up. X times 3 is 3x. X times x is minus x squared. 5 times 3 is 15. 5 times minus x is minus 5x. Then you cancel the 15s out. They're the same, but on opposite sides of the equal to sign cancel ho jate hain. Minus x squared minus 2x equals 0. One big mistake that people make from here is they rewrite the equation in such a way that they take x on the other side. When they do that, they really mess up the solution. You cannot, in A-level maths, you will avoid dividing by variables as much as possible. Especially you cannot divide by a 0 on both the sides. So there's a case where the variable can be 0 itself. So how do you get through that? You will perhaps take minus x common. So yeah, x plus 2 equals 0 ho gaya. So either you have minus x as 0, which is the same as x equals 0. You have x plus 2 as 0. That gets you x value as minus 2. So that's the logic behind the simple math here. इसमें कोई problem I hope नहीं हुई होगी. अगर हुई है तो बता दे. No problem for anybody? Okay, let me make some space here. We'll do question number, this one, 7. This 7. We have 2 points, A point and B point. We have k comma 2k, which is equidistant from A and B. So this k comma 2k can be here at equal distance, or it can be above, or it can be below it. Equidistant just means that the distance is equal. You cannot force a midpoint on this. Maybe you can try. अब यहाँ पे marks कोई नहीं लिखे हुए, but on the exam आपको marks लिखे होते हैं, and that's a big indicator as to how much work is involved in one question. A और B का अगर आप midpoint लेते हो, hoping for a k comma 2k to work out nicely. So this comes out as 9 over 2 comma 23 over 2. Simply comparing it with k comma 2k, this doesn't work. Because 9 over 2 agar k hai, so 2 times 9 over 2 is not 23 over 2. Which means कि जो अभी हमने किया है, it's not sufficient. So what do we do? Then we have like 2 pathways. I'll share the more complex but more efficient pathway. All these points, especially this point k comma 2k, is lying on the line bisector. Equation of a line bisector के लिए you want the midpoint. I'll write that down. K comma 2k is lying on line bisector of AB. Why? Because all the points on the line bisector of AB are equidistant, equal distance पे हैं. So it's all about getting the equation of the line bisector. अब ये मतलब it might not make sense to a lot of people अभी, but let's just work it out. फिर थोड़ा सा sense और बन जाएगा. So I already have the midpoint. We can find the gradient AB, y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. This comes out as 1 over negative 7. So the perpendicular's gradient will be positive 7. Y minus y1 over m x minus x1. This is what we have. We can expand, simplify. Y minus 23 over 2 equals 7x minus 63 over 2. Y equals 7x minus 63 over 2 plus 23 over 2. Y equals 7x minus 63 plus 23 is a minus 40 over 2 makes it 20. So your equation becomes, the equation of the line bisector becomes y is equal to 7x minus 20. Now k comma 2k is on this line. K comma 2k is on this line. तो आप क्या करते हो, आप इस लाइन के ऊपर in place of y you plug in 2k and in place of x you plug in k, because k comma 2k is on the line. When a point is on the line, you can plug it in the equation. 2k equals 7k minus 20. I'll repeat, when a point is on the line, you can plug it into the equation. Does that make sense? When a point is on the line, you can plug it into the equation. So k की value came out as 4 in this particular case scenario. This is through the line bisector. So you found the line bisector, you plugged the point in and you got the value of k. If you do not do this, the other option is to use the distance formula. K comma 2k was the point P. So you'd find distance AB in terms of k, x2 minus x1 squared. And you can do like a k minus 8 squared plus y2 minus y1 squared under root. And similarly, BP distance is x2 minus x1 squared plus y2 minus y1 squared whole under root. And since they're equidistant, you can equate them. So k minus 8 squared plus 2k minus 11 squared under root on both sides, which gets cancelled by squaring both sides. So you square both sides. When you square both sides, the square root cancels. You have to show this on the exam. You can't just randomly ignore stuff. K minus 8 squared, if you've forgotten, is a minus b whole squared, which is a squared minus 2ab plus b squared. Similarly, 2k gets squared, multiplied 2ab, 2 times 2k times 11, that's the negative 44k, plus a 121. So you basically would solve the entire thing. I'll just 24 times to 48k plus 144. तो ये खैर ये सारा solve करते हो, the k squares are cancelling out because they're the same on both sides of the equation. They cancel out, you solve, you get the value of k as 4 as well. ठीक है जी. I hope that made sense. Then we'll do question number 5, the collinear one. Okay, let's do it here. Collinear, co means together, linear means they are together on the same straight line. If there are 3 points, which they're saying there are 3 points, these 3, 5, 8, k, 5, and minus k, 4. They're all on the same straight line, means that their gradients will be the same. That's the only way to prove that 3 points are collinear. You will find the gradient of AB, 5 minus 8 divided by k minus 5. You will find the gradient of BC. I'll use 4 minus 5. Yeah, 5 minus 4 bhi kar sakte the. That's all right. Negative k minus k. So this becomes minus 1 over minus 2k. The minus and minus can cancel. This becomes negative 3 over k minus 5. All you do is, since they are collinear, you say that their gradients are equal. If I have made a calculation error or any sign error, please make sure you speak up or type in as quickly as possible. So minus 3 times 2k is negative 6k. k minus 5, k udhar chala gaya, ye idhar aa gaya, 5 udhar chala gaya. So that's 7k and k comes out as 5 by 7. Easy. K is 5 by 7. Let me check. Answer मैंने दिए हुए थे. Is k 5 by 7? Yeah, it is 5 by 7. थोड़ा सा self doubt आ जाता है at the end of the day. Okay, so this is question 5. Then comes question number 6. यहाँ तक clear है? Everybody who has had trouble अभी तक? I hope this isn't going that bad. Are you following? I'll allow you guys to speak. 1 minute. Yeah. Okay, thumbs up, Izan. Thank you. Okay, yeah. So I've allowed you to unmute yourself. मुझे बता दो if there are specific questions, please ask them. इसके अंदर I'll be moving to question number 6 now. Anybody with some serious questions? No? Okay. This 6 says, G. Mohammed, ask your question. Mohammed, unmute कर सकते हो आप. Mohammed, you raised your hand. What's your question? Oh, you've typed it? No, you haven't. G, no question? मोहम्मद ऐसे तुम चेक कर रहे थे कि हाथ खड़ा होता है तो मुझे नज़र आता है कि नहीं. I have a dual monitor, guys, so I can see stuff. Okay, so 6. The vertices of the triangle ABC are, find the two possible values of k if angle ABC is 90. Acha ji. So ABC is 90, guys. ABC is 90. Again, gradient of AB times gradient of BC should be equal to -1. तो ये हम कर चुके हैं पहले. No new theory. Can I move on? I can move on, है ना? Anybody in doubt तो बता दो मुझे. मैं move on नहीं करता. 3 पे. Yeah, okay. Move on, Huzaifa. Move on, Rasad. Thank you. All right. So, okay, Omar. Thank you very much. Question 3 पे आ जाते हैं. Find the equation of the line perpendicular to the line 2x minus 3y is equal to 12 and passing through the point 8 comma minus 3. ये literally वही question है जो मैंने example दी थी while explaining. Literally, it's the same concept कि a line perpendicular to this line passes through the point. Find the equation of the line. तो मतलब ये वो ही चीज़ है, but very important that you're able to practice. So इस line को you have to rewrite 3y equals 2x minus 12 divided by 3, so you are able to pull the gradient out. Perpendicular line's gradient is the negative reciprocal of this, and you can simply use this point. So theory done. Let's move to 5. Yes, let's move to 5. Okay, I am moving to 5, guys. Okay, ठीक हो गया. Done. Moving to 5. एक मिनट, क्वेश्चन आ गया. ओके आ गया. अच्छा जी, ठीक हो गया. The line L1, 5 को इधर पेस्ट करते हैं. The line L1 passes through the point minus 10, 2 and 2, 10. भाई line L1, ओए ये क्या हो रहा है? Just give me a second. इसको मैं ज़रा, okay, yeah. So it passes through minus 10, 1. This is point P. I mean, point Q, 2, 10. Random, 2, 10. Not so bad. Not so great. Doesn't even matter. The line, that's L1. It's an unending line. It doesn't have an end. Lines don't end. Line L2 is parallel to L1 and passes through the point 4, minus 1. कहीं either there is another line L2. Since it's parallel, it has the same gradient as PQ. That's the gradient of the line L1, L2. L2 and L1's gradient is the same. Gradient निकालना कोई मसला नहीं है. खैर हमें चाहिए क्यों? Point R lies on L2. There's a point R on L2. It could be, in a lot of places. It could be here, it could be here, it could be here, it could be here, it could be here. But they say such that Q to R is perpendicular to L2. So it's got to be right in the front such that it's making a 90 degree. R जो है वो R पे 90 degree angle है. QR is 90 degrees. Because it says so. They say find this point which is perpendicularly in front. There is only one thing you need to think, nothing else. That if you are able to somehow get the equation of a perpendicular line perpendicular to L2 passing through Q, its intersection with L2 will get you the point R. उर्दू में बताता हूँ, which makes it easier. ऐसी लाइन जो कि L2 से परपेंडिकुलर हो और Q में से पास कर रही हो, वो वाली इक्वेशन चाहिए. क्यों? बिकॉज उधर वो वही लाइन L2 से R पे पास करी होगी, तो दैट विल बी द पॉइंट ऑफ इंटरसेक्शन. This R is the intersection of this perpendicular line and L2. Is that clear? L2 की इक्वेशन चाहिए और इस पिंक वाली लाइन की इक्वेशन चाहिए. L2 की इक्वेशन के लिए you need gradient of L2, which is going to be y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. ये माइनस को देखो, मैंने माइनस माइनस प्लस खुद बना दिया. No mistakes. You can reduce this. 3 3s are 3 4s are. So ये जो QR का खैर QR का gradient बाद साथ ही लिख भी सकते हो आप. वैसे तो यहाँ पे चलो मैं लिख देता हूँ. QR's gradient is -4 over 3. जो L2 है, it passes through, they said, 4 comma something. They said it passes through 4 comma minus 1. This L2 is parallel to L1 and passes through 4 comma minus 1. The 4 comma minus 1 point allows you equation of L2, which is going to be y minus y1. Notice the minus made this minus plus. अगर नहीं पता लगा, I'll just write it down. Y minus y1 m, which is 3 over 4, x minus x1, which is 4. Agar if somebody is wondering why are we doing this, gradient of L2 is the same as gradient of PQ. That's why. Y plus 2 is equal to 3 over 4 x minus 4. Ye last question hoga, guys, and then we'll end it. I have to go for namaz. 4y equals 3x minus 20. This is your equation of the line L2. Then equation of QR. You have the point Q 2 comma 10. You do the same y minus y1 gradient QR ka is negative 4 over 3 x minus x1. Cross multiply 3y minus 30 g minus 4x plus 8. You simplify. G Muhammad. Not y plus 2, it's y plus 1. कहाँ पे मोहम्मद? Y plus 1. Sorry, thank you Mohammed. वरना मैं तो पता नहीं किन ख्यालों में था. Right, so this is, oh, ये भी मेरा नहीं चल रहा. Thank you Mohammed and दोनों Mohammed. Okay. So this here, guys, is not y plus 2, ये y plus 1 है. Correcting my error. Y plus 1, this is plus 4. 4 multiplied by this 4 goes on the other side. This becomes 3x minus 16. Mohammed, please confirm कीजिएगा. But as didn't get that fully. अच्छा ठीक है मोहम्मद. जो कोलिनियर वाला था, I didn't solve. I think I did. मैं लेके जाता हूँ उसको वापस. I'll show it to you in just a bit. 3y equals minus 4x. The 30 goes on this side, becomes 38. That's my second equation. And I can solve this simultaneously. And when I solve this simultaneously, I get the value of x and y, which is the intersection QR. Is that good? Any questions regarding this? You guys can still unmute yourself. I will stop the recording.